The balance of power has shifted. The dark side has tipped the scales. Don't be like Locke. Don't smoke.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be watching Lost, episode 5 of season 6. Storm here.
I'm here.
Kimmy here.
So, Kim, are you going to the dark side?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to the light side. Tom, what about you? What do you choose, Sawyer?
I'm just a scale.
Which way?
You would be the scale. Kim's
A little bit of both.
Sure. You can be the in-betweener. You can have both. Where's the other Night Fury? It's over there, the little baby. And then we have Toothless with us, too. So let's get into it.
Nothing to do with the show whatsoever.
I know. No. So, 6:05. Yeah, this is what I want to see.
Dark Claire.
Because even her doing that, it's like,
is that my name? Appendicitis.
early on. So he doesn't even remember that. So it's like, that happened on the island?
Mom, when did I have my appendix taken out?
On the island.
You were 7 or 8 maybe. You collapsed at school.
Oh, damn it. Mom, I gotta go.
Well, don't forget to...
Hey. Sorry I'm late. Thought I had enough time to go home and change after work.
Okay, Dad.
I was afraid you'd left.
Is leaving an option?
Everything is an option. But I would have to stop you. They're not coming back, are they?
No, probably not.
I appreciate your honesty.
Okay. Tic-tac-toe? That's great.
You know there's like a kitchen in this place?
Is that Jacob?
It's all the way down the hallway.
Right? I was like, is that Jacob? Oh, it is him.
Someone is coming to the island. I need you to help them find it.
He sees the dead, so that's why.
Yeah.
Hooked up the cable in here, so you can watch the Red Sox if you want.
Thanks.
They were Alice's... Hey. Hey. What are you listening to?
You haven't heard of them.
They're called Smoke Monster on the Island.
See, that's what I mean, Dad.
Yeah, Mom.
Where are you? I thought you were coming over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm heading out right now. I'll be right there. I'll be back in about an hour, and then we'll eat, okay?
Great.
This is family stuff, too. It's not like he's going off to work.
Right.
It's like, no, you're coming with me to help Grandma. She's having a hard
we have
time.
to find the will and stuff.
Why are they all staring at me? Just ignore them.
What are you hiding from me?
The pill was poison. They wanted me to kill you. They say it happened to someone else, too.
Come on, tell him.
Would he say my sister or Claire? Oh, no.
Oh,
it's
my
this really
God.
bad. She's like Danielle now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What a relief.
How long have you been out here?
Thank you.
Since you all left?
Did he break a bone?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
That didn't sound
oh,
good.
he just passed out. This is so hard. You hear the crack.
Oh, my God.
Temple of Doom.
What are you doing?
Jacob sent me.
Indiana Jones stuff.
You shouldn't be here.
Tell him you're a candidate. I'm a candidate, and I can do what I want.
Oh, he's gonna listen. Okay. then. Jacob will be like, he said he likes you.
What did he say? You don't want to know. What are you doing here, Hugo? I just lied to a samurai. Look, if you have any idea on how to get Chad to go on your little adventure, I'm listening, dude. Keep your voice down. I'm gonna get up and go. Wait 10 seconds, and then follow me.
This is make it seem like it's a secret.
You have what it takes.
Captain America. Whatever it takes.
Turns up whenever he wants, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you want to talk to him, he's where we're going, dude.
Well, then let's go see Jacob.
See? He
Yeah,
knows.
he knew
That's why he
exactly.
was smiling.
My God, that's not good.
Oh, Claire.
Oh. Ooh, is there something in there though? Ooh, what the heck? Oh, what's in there? Is it dead baby?
Skull?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you still alive?
So, look what I found. He was just pretending to be dead, but he wasn't.
Oh.
Now we get to talk to him.
Oh no, but he was nice though.
We're gonna get that cleaned up. There's one thing that'll kill you around here, it's infection.
Right, it's infection in many
know.
ways. I have my special
Daddy.
buddy here. Smoke Monster.
You have any idea what she's gonna do to us? If we don't get out of here now, she's gonna kill us both.
It's like, who do you trust?
That's right.
I think I kind of trust him.
Yeah, me too, because she's infected.
Right. It's almost like Richard's telling Sawyer not to. That doesn't look right. Hey.
Whoa! Hey! It's me.
Hey, Kate. There's a secret door to get back into the temple on the north wall behind the big tree.
Yeah, I'm not going back to the temple. I'm going to find Claire.
Come with us and then we'll all go back to the temple together.
Dude. Jacob said just you and me. She's kind of not invited.
I'm inviting her.
Chat.
We're never going to find it.
Take it easy, Mom. It's somewhere in here, and we'll find it.
You want a drink?
No. No, thanks.
Good for you. How do you know David isn't terrified of you?
Yeah.
Why would he be?
I don't know, Jack. Last will and testament.
You have a sister.
Did your father ever mention a Claire?
Oh my God. She just. This is how she's finding out.
That sucks though, but yeah, I'm glad he hears it though.
She making soup?
Yeah.
Loosen my ropes. And when she comes back in, I'll snap her neck.
No.
I know, I wouldn't be able to
she's-
do it now.
But I just love Claire. Oh my God.
Doing good. Well, at least you don't have to stitch yourself up. I had to do that once. They shot me right here.
We don't have your kid.
You're lying, okay? I
You're
know
crazy.
you have
We
him.
never took you.
Shut up.
Claire, how do you know they took him? How can you be so sure?
My friend.
Of course.
While I'm stitching you up.
Now it's your turn.
You're gonna lose your leg.
Oh my God.
Oh, this poor guy. The music.
Wrecking your game with Kate?
Don't worry about it. There's nothing left to wreck.
Yeah?
What was that?
Oh, inhaler.
Inhaler.
What is that?
Asthma inhaler.
Claire.
Dude.
Oh, Shannon. That's right.
Oh.
I totally forgot these were in here, man.
You get to learn a little bit of their history.
What if these skeletons are us?
That'd be pretty trippy.
I was chasing the ghost of my dead father. He led me here.
David? I got us pizza.
He's gone completely.
David, it's me again. Listen, if I did something to upset you, I am really, really sorry.
Oh, wait, don't hurt the rabbit.
Some things never change. Huh? The message.
Yes, this message is for David Shepard.
I'm in Sydney, Australia. Something
Oh, you saved it.
happened and I love you.
You and me, trekking through the jungle, on our way
Polar
to do
bears.
something that we don't quite understand. Good times. Back in LA, Jacob hopped into the back of my cab and told me I was supposed to, so I came.
I came back here because I was broken. And I was stupid enough to think this place could fix me.
So they could be alone, so they could talk. That's why Jacob probably wanted them alone. Oh. It is a big island.
So tell me where my son is.
I don't know where your son is.
Stop covering for them. Bullshit me.
No, we captured you because you were out here in the jungle picking our people off.
Claire, wait! Hold on.
hold on. One more chance. Just tell me where my son is.
I don't know where your damn kid
No,
is.
no, no.
Took him. It took Aaron.
He's telling you the truth. We had nothing to do with this.
Uh-oh. Listen.
So if you just untie me.
No, she's gonna do it anyway because she's
Dead
so
anyway.
pissed.
No. I don't believe
You untie him.
No!
Holy
Oh, God. Crap.
Just like that.
No. And just leaves him there to die in front of Jin.
First, we gotta go upstairs and turn this thing on.
Challenge.
Just obstacle.
You gotta climb.
Your arm about the door being jammed?
That's what we need Jack for.
You can go now.
Jack's the key.
He's the foot kicker.
Jack's literally
Yeah.
the
The door kicker. It's really good.
Amazing.
He's gonna see his dad.
Is that your son?
Yes.
He's really good.
I was like, who's that kid? Oh!
It's hard to watch and be unable to help. Your son has a gift.
Yeah, it's a lot of walking.
Stairs, my worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. Poe.
Oh, it's another freaking turn wheel.
Oh, it's smudgy now.
Tell me when it gets to 108 degrees.
You should tell Jack what your notes say, because it's
And
gonna
why?
smear. Ooh, the names.
People's names.
Stop. Did you see that?
There's a portal.
Oh, for him.
Jacob doesn't want that, so it's not
Jacob
good.
wanted him.
It's my house.
What?
It's the house I grew up in. The whole time, all of us, he's been watching us.
You said that he would be here.
He's gonna get too emotional
just
again.
Kind of assuming.
Don't take it on him. He's not lying to you.
What are you doing?
You're gonna break that? You what? Your name is not the
Don't
only
you
name
hurt
on there.
Oh no. Maybe he wanted him to destroy it. Now he has to glue them all back together. Where's the glue? We need island glue.
You used up all the glue on purpose.
You were great in there.
You saw me?
David, you scared the hell out of me.
I thought I could get back to your place before you got home. You used to sit and watch me practice. I didn't want you to see me fail.
Oh, but it put even more pressure on him. Oh, I was trying to do something good and it just was too much.
He said that I didn't have what it takes. Spent my whole life carrying that around with me. In my eyes, you can never fail.
Oh, that's so nice.
I just want to be a part of your life. I got some pizza back at the house. You hungry?
Sure.
Good.
How'd it go?
Oh, not good.
Where were you, man?
A little late.
Doesn't matter, he wouldn't have been able to see me anyway.
Whoever you said we needed to help get to the island is totally screwed.
I'm
Can
sure they'll
Jake
find
hear
some
him
other way.
talking to no one?
Oh, we wanted that to happen.
The number was to him.
Did you want Jack to see what was in that mirror?
It was the only way for him to understand how important he is.
Well, that was your plan?
You have to let him look out at the ocean for a while. I had to get you and Jack as far away from that temple as I possibly could. Someone's coming there. I'm sorry, it's too late.
Oh no.
Too late.
Poison.
I was lying.
Why?
But because I wanted to save his life. But you'll need me to get to him.
Oh, he wants to just get back to the temple.
He has to say that to be...
I'm so glad to know you were lying, because
I would have killed you.
If what you said was the truth, if Kate was raising Aaron,
I would kill her and you.
I'd kill her.
Oh my God, that's not clear.
Am I interrupting?
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Wait a second.
What?
This is my friend.
Oh, crap.
And you just said,
Infection
let's go to the
for
temple.
you too.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Someone is coming. Oh, boy.
I'm going to say again, I love Locke, but just his smile, it's just...
And he has an actually
great.
really beautiful smile.
He does. And when he was actually Locke, it was good. And now it's just like an evil smile, you know? He's like, oh, it's just me.
My friend. Who's your friend? He's my friend.
I didn't even connect that. That would make perfect sense that it was him. Yes. And I'm like, who is she seeing? I'm like, are we going to see someone else, like Boone or someone who is actually part of the dark, you know, the smoke monster? And now... From what we gather, there's only one smoke monster, but I think we were theorizing a little bit that there could be multiples at one point. So I was kind of thinking that if he can infect people, then maybe he can also spread his smoke to little smoke monsters.
Well, maybe they're not.
Like
maybe they're not exactly smoke monsters, but they're influenced by by him.
Infected. Influence sounds better.
Yeah, and Saeed might become one of them as well. He's on the inside. Now, if they're going to come toward the temple, all hell's going to break loose.
Maybe that water was more smoky than we thought.
Haha. Well, it was like boiling a little bit, or a lot, actually. You know, so it's like, what's up with that water? But yeah, I totally think it's connected to the smoke monster. And it's just not good. I mean, he's gathering an army. He can infect people. It's very dangerous.
Poor Jen. And is he actually going to be able to walk? She said, "Oh,
not very well."
Yeah, maybe they'll make some kind of. Oh yeah, that was horrible. Right. Like it sounds like he at least fractured his bone.
Crutch or something like that. Use those oars.
Yeah, he's gonna
maybe he stepped on a stick.
Yeah, you have to do that. Poor Claire. I feel so terrible for her because Jin said all of that at the end to save his own life. And I love that scene because when you're watching Jin, you can see it on his face that he's really reading Claire to see how she's going to respond to him. And he knew that speaking the truth didn't save that man's life. She totally wanted to kill him anyways. Like she's so sold, she totally believes that they have her baby and nothing else is real, you know, and even her own friend telling her that Kate, another friend, has her baby would make sense, but no, you know, so he had to lie.
Remember back in like season 1 when when the others were taking kids, you know, I wonder if there's a reason for that. Like it's the kids must have something to do with these smoke monsters where they can defeat them or something like that, and
they're like pure,
her
right?
baby.
Yeah, and also people couldn't have children on the island.
Right. So maybe it's got something to do with that's why they're pursuing, you know, Claire's baby. You know, and it must have something to do with their balance of power or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and in reality, she left the baby there. You know, and she doesn't remember that. She doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah, from what a few fans were telling us, that she just disappeared, but apparently she died in the attack before, and she came back or was resurrected like Saeed.
Okay.
And so that's
that
why
would make sense. She didn't get
just
her
disappear.
antidote.
She died, and that whatever. Maybe her friend told her all this information afterwards, and that's why
I love that name. Instead of Evil Locke now, it's the friend.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I have
that's
this
not
friend.
John. That's my friend.
Man, it's all dangerous. And who else is coming to the island? Because Jacob specifically keeps saying coming to the island.
Oh, the island.
So
I'm thinking to the temple.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they said island. So here, I could be wrong, but so it makes me think, well, who else besides Locke? Who else besides Claire?
You don't think that little kid
Locke's
we saw in the woods...
father's going to come back to life.
What if that kid we saw in the woods that was older, might it be Aaron? And Aaron's going to come back? Because Aaron's still in L.A., isn't he? Didn't Kate leave him?
Yeah. Yeah,
before she came back.
Yeah, no, she did. I'm just, I didn't forget that. Like, yes, she did. But I'm just like thinking
that's a
that
good
little
point.
kid, maybe 3 years. I mean, he's definitely a lot older than 3 years though, and only certain people can see him. But maybe he has some kind of
6 years.
Maybe he has some kind of sight or something. I don't know.
Sense.
The plot thickens.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm really curious on who that child is. Like, of course, that's a big link. You can't, like, only certain people can see him, as far as we know, because
I don't know how, like, I don't know how the realities have changed. You know, since they all came back to the island, she left Aaron, you know, back in L.A., and then all of a sudden now there's these two realities. Like,
right, and she was begging Kate not to bring Aaron back to the island. She begged him, do not bring him back.
That was a vision that Kate had. So it's like, what is actually physically real, you know? I feel it's all connected.
I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely all connected, but I don't know. I mean...
And she's not in her right state of mind now.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe that was good Claire. Maybe that was still Claire reaching out to Kate before, during the time jumps, when they were living on the mainland and she had a life there, you know, and she showed up in the bedroom and she's like, don't bring my baby back, don't do it.
You do.
That's probably actual Claire warning about her evil self. I'm just saying evil to make it simple, but on the island.
Yeah, I think it's a true message. I think it's a really... I don't think it's going to be very good at the temple. It's going to be horrible.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, and who is this person? Is it like, who knows, like a mentor between Evil Locke and Jacob, like a mentor between them, and, okay, Daddy's coming home. He's going to have a talking to them.
Locke and Claire might be going after Saeed, knowing that there's, you know, darkness growing in him, that they can get him on his side.
Yeah,
and go into the temple. And since the light rock is gone and the darkness is in control, they can kind of go. You know, this temple is no longer protected.
Yeah. Yeah, so it sucks that, you know, Jacob actually saving Jack and Hugo, I'm happy that happened, but now I'm so scared because everyone else at the temple is doomed. Not the good temple of doom. But...
I think our people are going to be okay, but I bet you everybody else will be wiped out. Except for maybe the Japanese guy. He might be, well, I bet you, he'd probably be taken out.
That was interesting to see him with his son at that rehearsal, or at that when his son was playing piano, when David was playing piano.
Speaking English.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he can speak English, yeah.
Well, but you know, he was speaking English without being, you know, I'm just speaking Japanese, you know.
Yeah, because he didn't have a reason to. There would look too like, what the heck? Why are you speaking to me Japanese? I don't even know who you are. Like, but yeah. So everyone's connected, and I want to know more on everyone's role. I mean, I love Hugo talking to Jacob. I find that really interesting, and him writing down everything. I thought that was going to be an issue where we saw him sweating and going up the lighthouse, and then it was smeared on his skin. I thought he was going to like mess up the instructions, and then Jack was going to help him through it. But no, like, to actually have Jack, because it's true, like, not everyone is persuaded by words like Hugo. Like, Jack is a very stubborn man.
He's very much so. And for him to not do the number, I don't know what number, I forget what number Hugo wanted him to go to.
108.
108? Okay.
Which was the time.
That was accumulative, all those numbers together.
Yeah, adding those
numbers. But it was also the time in the first bunker.
Right.
Yeah.
For the button.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy.
For the numbers
all
to
the numbers
pushed,
keep coming back.
It's, you know, I'm surprised that, you know, Hugo's, he wasn't really looking at the numbers, so to speak. You know, Jack was, but if he saw all the numbers and recognized that those were that sequence of numbers that has been haunting him for a long time, if that would have changed anything.
Yeah, and for him to just listen to Jacob and just do what he's supposed to do without any questions, and Jack just went nuts on it. He's like, why is my name on there? He didn't even look at anyone else's name. There were other names there too.
And he was very selfish about himself.
Saeed's name was right there. He just went right to him. And Jacob knows him that much.
Yeah, he even knew what to say to get him to follow Hugo.
Yep.
You know, because before he's like, I'm not going. He goes, yeah, I knew, he knew you were going to say that.
You have what it takes.
But see, Jack doing what he just did in the Lighthouse makes me think that he's not going to be a final contender. You know, he might help get the person who is going to be the final contender.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's... Yeah, I mean, he'll help whoever is going to get there, but just because of his lack of control, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where he has this fit of rage and he just destroys something without actually thinking about it.
And it's a selfish motive as well. You know, he's
because if it was me, I'd be like, this thing's looking directly at my childhood house. Can I use this in some way to try to get back? Or, you know, is there a way I can use this as some kind of communication or something? You know, try to, you know, research it some more and try to figure out how it works, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and before we saw his house, I thought it was like a steeple or something.
Well, when he passed by other people's names that weren't crossed off, you would see a vision of, you know, from I'm assuming.
Other people's pasts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the first image we saw was brief, but it kind of did look like a steeple. I think I saw that too.
Yeah.
And then, so it's probably like a mix of going to Jack and someone else's name. But how crazy to have that kind of contraption.
Do you think that steeple could have been when Jacob met Sawyer?
Oh.
In the funeral?
Right, when he was a little kid. Yes, when his parents died.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's the only time I would think a steeple would, you know.
Yeah, maybe. And what do you think about Jack's son, David? Like, him connecting in that way at the end and having that speech. Like, I'm glad he was able to talk to him and be like, I want to be a part of your life.
He wants to break the chain. He doesn't want to be like his father. His mom, you know.
I don't think he realized that he was.
He didn't realize, you know, I couldn't talk to my dad, you know. And she's like, well, you know, I was scared of him. I had a good reason. And for her to say, well, maybe he has a good reason why he's not talking to you or opening up.
His father telling him you don't have what it takes, and then Jacob telling you have what it takes.
Yes,
you know.
Right. And for David to keep it inside where he didn't want his father watching every move he made and telling him all his faults. Okay, yeah, you messed up. Keep practicing. You know, he didn't want that. He wanted to eliminate that whole part of his life.
Yeah. And how, like, that's so emotional, too, because here Jack only had good intentions for his son, but it turned out to be a negative thing because he was always, like, hovering over him, making sure that, you know, being a perfectionist and wanting to do the best thing for him. But he was so afraid of failure, and not to mention any names because I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but I have a couple friends who have a history of, like, they're great people and nothing's ever good enough because the way they were brought up, it's like, you know, you want them to do the best of the best and be the best, and that's all you know over time. And failure is a huge problem. It's a huge defeat. Like some people really take it so much harder than anyone else, and you're never happy because you constantly think you're failing and you're not. And that like really... That hurts. Well, I mean, that makes me feel like so bad for people who think that way, that they're never good enough to do certain things. And
but the thing is, too,
you can't think that way.
Yeah, but failure, you know, the thing is, you have to realize that failure is a part of it. You have to fail in order to get better.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
You have to
fail to succeed. You know, yeah.
And David was even saying, "Oh, I missed a couple notes." He's already has it in him. He already has it in him because he's had that exposure from his father. You know, he's thinking in the back of his head, subconsciously, he doesn't even realize it. Well, we all, you know, when we're doing a certain task or we're you know, practicing ourselves for something epic, you know, you do, oh, you know, all right, I messed up, but I can keep going. Yeah. But he knows that he's like, instantly he tells Jack, I skipped a couple notes accidentally.
I know, when you think of your flaws first thing every time, like, yes, you have to learn from it. Like, failure can be a really good thing to learn and get better and improve. But you have to learn a limit of, you know, well, wow, this was really good. I'm not a machine. I'm not, like, going to be 100% perfect like a computer. Some things are organic. You know, you got to just do the best you can do. And... kind of try to see the positive part of that instead of.
But
like,
I'm not a musician, but how I'm sure other musicians have missed notes and stuff. But the way he did it, he made it work without those notes. That it didn't sound like he said it. It sounded
Jack said
perfect
it
from
didn't
where
sound,
he was standing.
Yeah, it sounded perfect.
So he made it work. So was it really a failure? I mean, if nobody caught it,
and that's the thing, because you can overthink things to the point where nothing's ever good enough, and I think that's unhealthy, and a lot of people do think that way, some a lot more extreme than others, and I think that was a really important thing to see here, and Jack didn't think he was that way, so
and that's what Jacob was trying to tell Hugo, and is that sometimes you just got to let him just look into the ocean and figure it out for himself.
Yeah, because he's so bullheaded and strong that he has to just do it on his own. Yeah,
right. He has to see it for himself. No one can say anything to him. He has to see it, and David's case, he had to hear it. He had to visually see and hear. Oh my God, he's been hiding this from me all along because I'm such a perfectionist that no matter what he does, I don't think he's going to do well enough. But it's good that he did, suppress it for a while to have this huge eye opener for him. And it was so funny how he broke into the house to find his son. He knew his ex-wife or whoever wasn't there, but to break in the house to find him and to see, his secret, that was pretty huge.
I mean, I was thinking that too because I was just thinking of a lot of scenarios where I'm like, oh my God, I don't have any kids, but just trying to put myself in a parent's shoes, being like, you have this kid who's rebelling, who's upset at you, that just takes off and doesn't tell you anything. And you're trying to figure out, backtrack. Okay, well, how can I find this person? And then actually Jack taking those steps and risks going into a house. He used a key, but he still broke in. It's still breaking in, right? So he broke in, and to play detective and look around and then hear his messages. That's being very thorough. Not saying every case is the same, because that is still pretty bad, but he had good intentions there to go find his son, and being putting myself in his son's shoes and David's shoes and seeing his dad do all of that would have been wow, he really wanted to find me, and he didn't just go, oh well, I'm gonna wait and be really pissed off when he comes back in so I could yell at him and just hope for the best when you don't know if he's in trouble or not. So he really just was thorough in trying to find David, so that was great to see that. And I thought oh wow, he is good. He has his flaws, but he is really good. He loves his son, and he wants to find him and make sure he's safe. And
that's what I was saying about before, about how on the island he's such a different person. He's got a lot of rage issues, where back in this other reality, he seems to be trying to figure stuff out more, where he can have more consistent,
more rational, listening to people, listening to his mom.
Well, when he was at his mom's house, she offered him a drink and he said no thank you, and she said good for you.
Yes.
So that's a big difference too from his other reality.
Yes, he has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, parallels.
And not for anything, but he left, his ex left the key in the same spot. If he was a really, abusive person, she definitely would have changed the key with the location of the hiding key. Or changed
the locks altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a good indicator too, that,
That's
he
true.
can be trusted, and,
yeah, because
an emergency, it's good.
That is very true, because he's not abusive, but he did get extremely paranoid at the end. It was very badgery and, too aggressive in certain ways though towards her, and his father accusing him of sleeping with her and all that stuff, but he wasn't he didn't consistently go over there and harass her or something. He just, so it looks like they had somewhat of a decent, I don't know if decent's the right word, but a level-headed relationship after that. So that way, leaving the key out shows trust of that he's not going to do anything bad.
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is Sarah's kid, is it?
I don't know. I think
she had someone else in her life.
Well, because they didn't mention who the mother was, so I think that's kind of part of the mystery too.
Yeah,
I know, because there's certain things that we do miss in this show. We do know a lot of things from this. We remember a lot, but there are still a lot of things, like subtle things that happened a long time ago. We watch this once a week, so it's been a long time ago since we saw the first couple seasons. So I was trying to think back, like, okay, well, maybe we did hear he did have a kid somewhere. And I think maybe it was hinted to lightly, but yeah, I was kind of like, whoa, he has a kid here, and he's like older than I thought he would be.
Yeah, and I think she could have children after the accident after all.
Yeah.
So, but neither here nor there. He's a wonderful child, and he's, it looks like they're going to have, a good relationship going forward.
The boy looks very familiar too. I know this is many years ago, but I can see him as like an adult actor now, and I don't know who though. So I don't want to look it up yet though, because hopefully you guys will tell us. So thank you, but I don't want to see any spoilers. They're going to be like, this character dies or something. I'm always very careful in not researching anything. So we depend on you guys.
Nobody dies on this show.
Nobody. But it is fun. This season I really do like. It's very interesting. I have like so many, it's more engaging, and I'm just, well, the other seasons were too, but it's like very different every season. And this one I really do enjoy. And I like the whole like Indiana Jones, like the comment Hugo gave, like it has that vibe to it. And then like you're going around the island and you have all these mysterious places, like you have the lighthouse, like this ruined lighthouse, and the temple's cool, and so poor Claire.
On and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm so sad about Claire though.
Yeah.
But anywho, guys, love you. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye. Don't break any glass at the lighthouse.
7 years bad luck.